Yeah, action.
Whoa. Can you?
Oh, you got it? You
Yeah,
good?
I'm gonna scoot over. You's in the way. Hello, Foster Gang.
What's going on?
We're back today.
This is amazing lighting.
With better lighting, yeah. I was just gonna say that we're back with better lighting. So we recorded a whole video. I'm not sure if we're gonna keep that one uploaded and edit it or what.
You
Cause
can keep it.
I didn't like how I'm saying I don't know if we're gonna upload it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like the lighting. Anyway, so just I can do a quick rundown just in case we don't post that other one. I am now 14 weeks, officially 14 weeks. Like we were saying in the last video, I was
8 weeks?
I don't think I was even 8. I don't know how many weeks I was. I might have been like 7.
7 weeks, right, right.
Yeah.
Because we didn't go to the doctor till you were 8 weeks.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I might look down on my phone sometimes because I make some notes on here.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
So now, of course, the baby's still thriving.
Yes.
Baby's a lot bigger. Baby about like this big now, y'all.
Okay, baby's not that big.
Okay.
Baby's the size of the peach.
told
You said that.
you.
Yeah.
Size of a peach.
Baby is the size of a peach right now.
Nice.
I'm using the Bump app. Oh, that's so bright, so you're not gonna be able to see it. Sorry, but just in case, like I said, we don't post another video, I wanted to just do a quick rundown of at the beginning of how I knew I was pregnant. I kind of knew I was pregnant immediately because I had these cramps that were different. Like my period was supposed to be coming on in the next couple days, but the cramps just felt a lot different. So I kind of knew even before I took a pregnancy test, like if it would have been negative, I would have been surprised.
Right.
But I was in Miami for school still, so Andre had no idea. So I'm trying to play it off, but at the same time let him know, like, I don't know, I've been feeling funny. Like I would come home from internship and be asleep.
And I would tell you too, I was like, baby, just take the pregnancy test.
Yeah, because I had told him, I'm gonna go buy one, I will. But by the point we were even talking about it, I had already taken the test. I just didn't want to tell him over the phone because I wanted to tell him in a cute way.
I was
So
like, baby, just take it. And then you said your period came, so that's what just made me stop questioning.
Yeah, so I basically had lied just so I didn't tell him. So I knew for about 2 weeks before I told him. I found out, like I said, before I even missed my period. I think I took a pregnancy test that Wednesday, and my period was supposed to start that Saturday. So when I talked to him that weekend, I was like, oh, my period started this weekend. So he wasn't thinking about it. So when I came home, I moved back from Miami. It was like right the weekend before Thanksgiving. That Saturday morning, he came over and I told him. So that's how I knew I was pregnant. The cramping, started sleeping a lot. That's our first month kind of is.
But then let's talk to them real quick about the doctor hassle that first time, because we were trying to get in so that she can, you know, get the confirmation from the doctor, and then possibly do blood work that first time, or maybe not the first time, but just
something.
Yeah. And they kept rescheduling you that first time. Well,
first the original doctor that I was going to, which is my gynecologist, like I've been going to them for 2 or 3 years and I love that office, but it's like things are completely different on like the maternal care side or something. I don't know.
Completely different.
Yeah, like the scheduling was different. It was just a hassle. So I had called and told them I took a pregnancy test, I found out I'm pregnant, blah blah blah. She was like, well, we don't do confirmation appointments, so you would come in between 8 to 12 weeks. Mind you, I found out I was pregnant. I was like probably 3 weeks because they're counting from the time, the first day of my last period, right? So this is like, at this point, when I'm calling them, I haven't even missed my period yet. I just have a positive pregnancy test. So I'm like, I'm 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and I gotta wait till 8 weeks. I gotta wait a whole month before any kind of test or anything happened. So that was number one. I don't know though, because I've never done this before, so I'm like, maybe that's a new normal thing,
right? And I wouldn't know either, but at the same time they were telling you to just keep taking pregnancy tests until your appointment.
She was like, take a pregnancy test every week to make sure the line isn't disappearing and all that kind of stuff. Same thing that they basically are going to do just to make sure our levels are at a whatever, but obviously the pregnancy test isn't giving me numbers of things, it's just giving me that line. But thankfully the line continued to stay dark. I did it every single Wednesday. I was taking a pregnancy test until we got to the doctor. When we finally, well, let's talk about the first appointment, like you said. I was scheduled to go to the doctor on December 13th. So, mind you, I had found out that I'm pregnant week 3, 4. So I waited a month for this appointment. A couple, like maybe a week
before the appointment.
A week before the appointment, they called, your doctor is not going to be available on that day, so we have to reschedule you. Okay, understood. That kind of stuff happens. When can I be rescheduled for? January 4th. Right. I'm like, ma'am.
That's like an additional 3-4 weeks.
I'm like, that's not even realistic. I have waited this long. I'm not waiting that long. So I went to another doctor. So I went December 14th to another doctor.
Right.
I did keep an appointment at my original. So, because like I said, I really like them. So when I went to the other appointment, we got in there, we got baby's ultrasound. That's the first time we saw heartbeat, saw baby and all that kind of stuff.
Strong heartbeat.
Yes. The heartbeat was 167. I wrote that down too.
You did?
Yeah. Yep. Heart rate was 167.
Yeah.
Week 8. So
I don't know what that means, but that's a strong heartbeat.
Right. So we were happy about that, but then I was still in the back of my mind, like, we really did like that doctor too.
Yeah.
So
because they made time, they were available. And then the doctor came in, because we weren't sure if the doctor was even going to see you that first time. You were saying the doctor might not even come in, and then boom, it was a black guy, you know, and very professional. We were able to accommodate.
Yes. And like, he was very sweet, he was knowledgeable. He came in, it was the actual doctor who did the ultrasound. So I think he's the only one who does the ultrasounds and everything at that office. But I was kind of nervous. I was like, he's the only doctor here. So in the event that I go into labor in the future and he's out of town or something, there is no backup doctor. So I just get like a random doctor. But I mean, doctors are doctors. They know what they're doing. They should know what they're doing. So I just had to kind of like get that out of my mind, because after that first appointment, like I said, so I was still kind of skeptical. I was like, let's just go back to the original place, like give them another chance. So I ended up catching COVID during Christmas time. So my appointment, I actually didn't have it January 4th. We had moved it to December 30th. We were able to get a little bit of a closer one, but I had COVID. So called, I figured.
This is after the first appointment.
This is after the first appointment, correct. So I had to call them to reschedule that one. That's why I couldn't go December 30th. That one would have been fine, from what I think.
With your original, you gotta let them know.
Yes, with the original doctor.
Right. So mind you, she still hasn't seen her original. So you ended up having to schedule an appointment with another doctor's office. They were able to see her December 14th.
We just said that.
Okay, right.
Oh, you're just going back, just make sure they understand?
Right, but then you're still trying to keep the appointment with your original doctor that rescheduled you for the 30th.
Correct. Because I'm still like, I want to go back to them, but I want to see baby now. So I'm going to go to this other doctor to see baby on December 14th.
Right.
But I'm going to go back to my original doctor. So back to that. So Christmas time, my appointment with the original doctor was December 30th. I had COVID, so I had to reschedule it for another time in January, which was fine. So at this point, I'm not really stressing. I was able to see baby. I have COVID. I'm calling them and asking them questions like, what should I be doing and all this kind of stuff. So they were helpful in that sense. January 24th was my appointment that I had made. Last week, they called. So a week before the appointment, they sent a reminder, because this doctor does that kind of stuff, like a week before, then the day before, and then the morning of. They send you reminders of when your appointment is. I specifically, when I rescheduled this appointment from December 30th, when I had COVID, I specifically scheduled it on a day that I knew I did not have to work, and that Andre would be working from home, so we could both be there, no problem. So, I don't think I got a confirmation, or maybe I did and I didn't check it. I'm not really sure. There was some kind of miscommunication somewhere, clearly, because when I got the reminder, it said Tuesday rather than a Monday. And I'm like, I know I said Monday. We discussed this many times, because I even spoke about my work schedule to the receptionist. So I'm like, why am I getting this reminder for Tuesday? Let me call to just be like, hey, there's a mix-up. I'm supposed to be on Monday. Right. So when I called, the lady on the phone was just the customer service was just not there. Like, she was just, her tone of voice, her words, there was no empathy. There was no trying to understand anything. She was just like, oh, well, it says for Tuesday. Am I in the scheduling book, and there's nothing available Monday. So the next available appointment is like February something. At this point, I'm heated because this is the second time something like this is happening, and then you want to offer me an appointment a month later.
Right.
No, that's not, no. And so I was like, do you realize that at this point, since I'm upset, I'm telling her, you realize I have not I've been seen by
them.
Any doctors in this office, not one time. Are you looking at that? Do you see how pregnant I am? So what?
No blood work has been drawn.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. And she was just sitting on the phone.
Right.
Well, we don't have anything available. And so the way I know she didn't have any control completely over it, but since there was no effort to help or anything, it was making me so upset.
Right.
And so at that point I was like, I'm not coming there. Like, I'm getting all my paperwork out of there and
go back to
this is it. Yeah, because you guys, you're not even talking to me normal like how I want to be. I don't want to be treated like this. Right. And this is the beginning of stuff. Right. Who's to say that if I have an emergency or something, you guys want to schedule me a month out. Right. You're not listening to my concerns. You're not.
And the crazy part is that particular office has a bunch of doctors.
Yes.
But yet none of them are available, or there's no availability in the schedules for none of those doctors.
Nope. Nope. Despite what's going on. No, I'm not having an emergency, but I feel like they should be looking at it like, okay, we haven't seen her yet.
Right.
That's not crossing anyone's mind. So anyway, that doctor we're done with. Yeah. I'm not going to them. Like, even after baby, that gynecologist, they have lost me as a patient completely after this situation. Like, I just, it's too much.
Yeah. Now, and granted, circumstances do dictate certain things, but as far as for us, like, not to take away from that doctor's office, but as far as for us, we felt more comfortable anyway going to that other doctor.
That's true. We had a good experience there, but you didn't even have anything to compare it to because you never even got to go to the first one,
right?
The original one. So
true. Which
is their fault though. So that's neither here nor there. So now we are going to the doctor where I got my ultrasound. We have now made that the
go-to doctor,
my OB now. So because I had to call and let them know. So actually tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tuesday. Yeah. Because they didn't have a Monday appointment available either. Once I called them to try to get something to getting something squeezed in. So Tuesday I will be going to see baby again, and then we're also getting blood work done. Yeah. Because I am now 14 weeks now, so. Yeah. Okay. To talk about pregnancy symptoms at 14 weeks. Well, not 14 weeks because this just started. So up until, so let's say between 8 and 13 weeks. Pregnancy symptoms. 8 to 10 weeks was probably like tiredness, just like a lot of fatigue. Bloated, yeah, I was gassy, bloated, headaches every now and then.
Heartburn, but not really. You started getting heartburn
every now and then, but this still wasn't like 10. That probably started around like 10 or 11 weeks. Okay. So 8 to 10 weeks, not a lot going on. No morning sickness. I do have a thing with smells, but it's not a lot of smells. It's mostly food stuff like collard greens,
chicken wings,
which is crazy because I love hot wings. I'm from Atlanta, y'all, so hot wings is something that a lot of us eat a lot.
And she can't even.
And I used to be able to eat. I used to be able to eat them at least once a week.
Yeah.
I have not had.
You have not touched the wing.
I have not touched wing. I tried to. I think that was New Year's.
That was New Year's.
New Year's, I really wanted pizza. Andre went and got some wings. I tried 2 wings and I just thought I was gonna throw them up. And I have not touched the chicken wing since. Like, I don't even like the smell of it. It's just something that's like, ugh, just to look at it, honestly, makes me not nauseous like I'm gonna throw up, but like make my stomach turn like that. Looks disgusting.
You'd be like, I mean, sometimes I think about going into another room to eat wings.
I hate it.
It just makes you nauseous.
I hate it, but not really a lot of smells. Strong smells will eventually start getting to me. It's like it's a lot stronger, like perfume and colognes and stuff. Sometimes just too much of it, I'll be like, oh, I feel like this is too much. Like it's in my body.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
So that was that for about probably 8 to 10 weeks. Now hitting like 11 weeks. My biggest thing is
yours. What
you about to say?
Your skin.
Skin. I wasn't even about to say that. But skin, my skin is so dry. I have never had to deal with dry skin before, but my skin is so dry to the point where the stuff that I usually use every day that has been working,
wow,
it does not work at all. Like Andre went and at this point I had to look up some things to use. I've been asking people in my family and friends who I know have had babies before, like, what am I supposed to be doing? So I've been taking all kinds of suggestions. Andre went and got this cocoa butter from, I forgot which cocoa butter it is. It's not the regular Palmer's one, but
yeah, just from grabbed from Walmart.
Yeah, but it works so well. So sometimes I mix it with the cocoa butter oil, and it just kind of soothes it. Because when my skin is dry, it's mostly my legs, like from below my knees, like it's my shins. That's really where is the driest part. Right. And then, because you would think like my stomach, it's not really my stomach. Sometimes my back feels like it's kind of like ripping open, so I know that means it's dry. But Andre, he ropes me down with the cocoa butter and oil every single night. So I make sure I'm putting it on my stomach and legs and everywhere at least 2 times a day. Right. But I was doing that with my normal stuff, and it was like my skin was drinking it. So dry skin is a big one. What's my other one?
Your nipples?
Oh yeah, they're very sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no touching.
But that's not the one you're talking about.
No. Sometimes they hurt. Sometimes they're just sensitive. Sometimes they itch. They're not. Sometimes they were kind of dry, but then I started putting the cocoa butter on there, and they're fine. They don't look like anything. No, what's the other big one? Terrible. And then when I say it, he gonna be like, "Oh yeah."
What is it?
My back.
You already talked about that.
No, I had I said for dry skin.
Oh,
I'm talking about my lower back.
Oh, it'd be hurting. Yeah.
My lower back. This is really within the last. So if I'm 14 weeks, this started probably around like 12 weeks. And I was like, what is this? Like, my posture's not right? It could be a postural thing. I don't know. I Google it. They say it could be sciatic pain. I don't know what it is, but I'm not big. I'll show you guys a bump at the end, but I'm not big at all yet. Yes, I've gained some weight, obviously, but if my back is hurting like this, it's not excruciating pain. So I can't even say like
give us a level.
The pain is only like a 2 out of 10. Oh, okay. It's not the painful part of it. It's the more like uncomfortableness or the aggravation of it. Like it's like I can't get comfortable sometimes, or I just gotta like sit like this because it's like, why is that? I feel like it's pulling. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it is, but as soon as we get to the doctor, that is on my list. Like my back be hurting. What I'm supposed to do?
We got a list of things we gotta ask this doctor.
Yeah, so
skin, back.
That's really it. For future plans of stuff, the appointment is on Tuesday. So in the next couple of days this week, and I have decided that Andre and I have decided that we are going to find out the gender. I was wanting to do like a surprise gender, just find out when we go into labor and deliver the baby, but Andre said no, like I'm not with that. And then I started kind of getting antsy myself and impatient, so I kind of want to know as well. So on Tuesday we get some blood work done. This is the genetic testing blood work. So he gave us the option, our OB gave us the option to find out the gender through the blood work, and we were like, yeah. We have chose friends to hold on to the gender. So I mean, I guess I can tell you who it is. It's the Greers. So I have a very close friend named Bria Greer, and she is married to Kamaris, who is also my good friend. So we chose them. Bria's very good at keeping secrets. I don't know about Kamaris. He might not be good at keeping secrets, but Bria is very good at them. So I trust both of them, honestly, to hold on to the gender of the baby. And then Bria also has a event company. She has one that is with her mother and another good friend of ours, Angie, and it's actually Angie's mother as well. So it's called Sharia Norleek. I will actually try to link their Instagram to this video so you guys can check them out, because like when I tell you it's something that's just in their blood, they are just they are great at it. Effortless, like able to plan that kind of stuff. They just have the eye for it. I don't have the eye, nor do I care to have the eye for it. Like I don't want to put forth effort to to planning an event is stressful to me. It stresses me out. I don't want to. So it kind of worked out. Like I have a good friend who plans as well. So I was like, this is just perfect. Like I trust you to hold on to this secret. You can plan this, like boom, this is great. So I asked her about it. I asked both of them about it and they both said yes, they would love to do that. Bria has been very supportive throughout this entire pregnancy. Like I am a person who gets stressed and overwhelmed very easily, and she knows that. And she has been one of the people, all of my friends have been great. I'm not trying to just say she's the only one who's doing this, but this was another reason why I chose her, because she volunteers for stuff. She reaches out to me some days and be like, how's it going? You need anything? You need help with this? You need help with that? I might run through my to-do list of stuff. I need to do this, 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 and this. She was like, you need to write it down. She gives me suggestions like to keep my life in order. And then she's like, and shoot, I do this all the time. I can make your registries. Like she started my baby registry, which is not needed for a while because gender reveal, I'm not even going to be showing that part. Housewarming registry, she started that part for me, and like I don't mean just created it, adding stuff to it that she thinks that I need. She knows the kind of stuff that I like, so she can get on there and add stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I look over it, that looks good to me. Yeah, I do like that kind of stuff. Obviously Andre and I did add stuff as well, but that kind of stuff, it was like the initiative of, here is this, here's that. The Evite for the event, I probably don't even plan on sending that out till next week. The Evite is already created. Like everything, the design of it, the wording on it. Literally the only thing I have to go in and do is start sending it to people. That's it. So just all of that, I just appreciate all that kind of stuff. So I have a lot of friends and family who are doing different things throughout this pregnancy that have been so helpful. I'm just so appreciative and grateful that I have people in my life that are so supportive. Like I just cannot imagine what I would be doing right now. I would be a mess because it's just so many moving parts, from me just graduating, starting a new job. I'm still studying to take my boards. We are buying a house, closing on a house next week, babies coming. Like it's just a lot of things that are piling up, and it's great stress. Like it's things to obviously be excited and happy about, but that comes with a lot of things to put into place in order to, you know, actually sit back and be able to enjoy all of that. So I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful for everybody and all of the support that they've been giving me. So anyway, that is supposed to be planned for the end of next month. So we're doing housewarming / gender reveal, just to go ahead and just get it all out the way at once. And then a couple months down the line, we'll do baby shower and all that. So exciting things happening. I really think that's the only updates that I have for today, honestly. I do want to show you guys the bump because I have not done that yet. Here is baby's bump. It actually looks a lot bigger on camera in my opinion. And that's pretty much it for, I'm sorry you guys are crooked, but I'm not about to keep moving that. I think that's it for all the updates up until now. If I missed anything, I'll try to take notes and do it in the next video. Like I said, we're supposed to be doing this every month, so a once a month thing, which we kind of have been trying. We just haven't got anything uploaded yet. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video. Really, probably in the next 2 weeks we'll make one, because I'll be 4 months. I was just telling them I'll be 4 months. Yay. In the next, like Valentine's Day, I think that'll be 16 weeks. So woo! Alright guys. So excited. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.